Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Phantasia. This is Bandit Ryu. Since last time, I had forgotten that there was another spellbook in Klaus's Manor. Um, that's not it. There's some rings. All of this is good information, but it's stuff that we got before. That's true. Asuka, the Spirit of Light, is still so funny. Yeah. So up here, maybe? There it is. Stone Blast. So I have no idea why I forgot that existed. But it was in my notes. I was like, oh, I should have, like, all of Arsh's spells at this point. And it just didn't. So yeah, Stone Blast. It's okay. Grave is better, obviously. I mean, it would have been nice to have all three of these, like Fireball, Ice Needles, and Stone Blast. But I just forgot. And then the other thing is apparently she will give you another channeling. Which is interesting because that essentially means you can have 4 channelings by the end of the game. I don't know if I have 3 right now. I don't know. I just found that interesting because like I don't remember ever getting a second channeling this later on. Anyway, I'm going to meet you back in Albanista because that's a long ways away. So, one sec. And we're back at Albanista. So what I want to do now is I want to go to the bar real quick because there is another thing that we can do there now, which is here. Oh yeah, since last time, I ended up using all of my... Sorry, I got a bit of money together and bought... Every time. Why can you even unequip the weapon? That's so ridiculous. I appraised all of the things that we had before. No. I gotta look at the piano, I think. Oh. Oh, I gotta talk to the bartender. Okay. Play us a song. I'm gonna try to be quiet for this. So yeah, it's really cool. I wish that there was something to this other than just him playing. It is cool though. I don't know if that's a song from something, like another work. I don't think it's from Phantasia or another Tales game, because like, it would have to be either this or Destiny, really. At least according to, I already bought this. Never mind. At least according to like when this game came out. But it is interesting that it is in the game, and I think it's really, really cool. So what I want to do now, and I think that maybe this is, because I always get confused about how loud this actually is, but I guess it's fine. Let's go boop, boop. I always forget. There we go. So, I want to go downstairs again. I think this is the... Yeah, it's the prison. I don't need that. I want... next floor. And then over here. Is this not the king's thing? I always get confused in this castle for some reason. There we go, yeah, this is it. I think it's you, right? Maybe? Edward's Mansion is so funny. I cannot wait to bring this up, because this killed me when I played the PlayStation 1 version. Edward's Mansion is very different from the original game that we got, because there's more stuff in this game. And one of the things that changed was that Edward's Mansion no longer triggered a side quest. So like I was trying to do it the same way. Oh, hello. Great, no worries. Well, that was weird. Yeah, so Edward's Mansion used to trigger a side quest, and now it doesn't, because there's another way to do it now. Or there's a different way to do it now. It's the same thing. In fact, my memory sort of like told me that this was over here, but I forgot. So this is Edward's Mansion. What we want to do right now is get into a fight. Okay, so now we can go to Edward's Mansion. I have it written that you have to go in through the front, but apparently it doesn't matter. That might have been like the Game Boy version or something. There's nothing over here. Master Lugim himself. It's cool that his wife's name is Sif. Like, they really went really hard into the Norse stuff here. He went a little too far, considering. Yeah, but we have something to do first. So, now that we're over here, let's go... I gotta get my bearings a little bit, because the map shifting kind of screws me. Yeah, there we go, this way. Which is funny, right? Because like in a previous playthrough, I went here first, and you can talk to him regardless. I just didn't have the money for it. So... Ah, I love when it's reversed. That's so cool of you. Come on, there we go. Cool, what about you? I am. And we get Phoenix Sword Rain! This is actually a really, really good arcane art. I don't really like... Wow, immediately got into a fight, that's incredible. Okay, so what I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted by fucking wolves I don't like Rising Phoenix in this game. It comes out a little too slow, and there's not really a lot of chances to chain it into something else. But it's Fire Elemental, so it's useful. And it is strong. Like, it is a very strong move, especially if something is weak to fire. My only problem with it is that, like, obviously you can't chain it into other things very, very well, but what Sword Rain Phoenix does is it virtually, like, makes it faster, and it comes out when you want it to, rather than, you know, having to wait for the startup animation. And I think that's worth it more than just, like, having a move that semi gets interrupted every other round. It got interrupted in that fight, too. Like, it's very, very annoying. I don't believe there's anything else we can do here right now, so let's just go immediately back to Freyland. Yep, let's go. Yeah, no, obviously not. So let's go to Olive. There's a couple of reasons why we want to go there anyway. But this stupid freaking it's because when you enter an area, whatever your map is positioned at is where your map is positioned afterwards. So it's not great. Also, leveling up Rising Phoenix is going to be a little harder here since there's a lot of enemies that are resisting to fire. But hey, whatever. Just missed the guy. Of course I did. Okay, yeah, so let's immediately leave again. So we're basically going to have to chase him down. We're going to go immediately to the next oasis, and then we're going to go from oasis to oasis until we find him. Also, there's no boss fights in the meantime, and everything drops orange gels here, so I recommend just immediately spamming the shit out of Rising Phoenix until it's mastered. Because you're gonna want the upgraded versions of the Phoenix moves. We get a room bottle, which is fantastic. That leaves, because of course it does. Go back in. Okay, so there are 3 chests here. There's the second one. And over here. Northeast of here, great. Hello, dog. There's 3. Oh no, there's only 2 chests here. My bad. Whoops. Okay, so we're gonna be going North Oasis. So directly ahead. Which is this one. I had a really hard time figuring out where all this stuff was back in, like, 2002. Also, if you want to be efficient, just have Klaus only cast Maxwell from now on, because it's not elemental, it's insanely powerful, and it sort of covers the entire field. We get a liquor bottle, let's talk to you. Absolutely, this poor chef. And we get fruit juice! So, fun fact, because we finally got something that matters, we get a small amount of TP! And so we can finally buy other fruits that will allow us to use this. So yeah, this is our first TP restoration recipe, which is phenomenal because we've desperately been needing one. No, Edward. Yeah, fun. So I believe... Is there just one? Fruit juice, and yes, that's that. Okay, so let's... Wait. Yeah, further north oasis. Okay, so yeah. There's nothing else to do. I only wrote down the locations of the treasures. I didn't write down where they were located. That didn't make any sense. I wrote down where they were, but I didn't write down, like, where they were in the area. If that... I don't know, I hope any of that makes sense. I also hit the wrong direction again. Whoops. Okay, right here is a flare cape, which is great because I wasted one And I turned it back into an aqua cape for some reason. His way back to Allwich Village. Great! Did I get everything over there? Yeah, it was just the flare mantle. Okay. This poor town is so hot. Wonderful. Let's go to the inn. Hello? Ah, I see. Yes, actually. So I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff so that I can make the fruit cocktail as much as possible. And also, let me see what my luck is at right now. 35. That's horrible. Mint has over 100. That's all that matters now. I would like to not bring the hiccups back, please. It's been 2 days. Please stop. Oh. Oh my god, no, not like this. I was doing so good. Okay, so what I want... I'll pick up more of these. They're cheap. And also pick up more pasta. I think I need spices. Onion is expensive right now, so I don't really care about that. Do I need pineapple? Hold on, let me check. I don't. Okay. We're gonna ignore that then. Okay, wow, fun. So what I need to do now is I need to fight some basilisks. I need 5 basilisk scales in order for us to proceed. So I'm gonna get to the area, get those, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. This is the area where I usually farm for basilisks. And speaking of which, so we got the basilisk scales. We only need 5, but I got another one because I want to show you that these cure paralyze, they revive, and they also fully restore HP. They are absolutely not again. These are absolutely ridiculous, and they're very much worth using. On top of that, Mint got sharpness, which is an insanely good support skill. It essentially doubles your attack while it's active. And if you do, I think it's the same as a flare bottle. Hold on. It's cool, actually. I ended up getting another basilisk scale, which is nice. They're not guaranteed. Like, there's a couple of fights where I got into a fight with a basilisk and they just didn't appear. But they are supremely good. So every time you get them, it's great. Okay, and we're back finally after the transition. So I believe we go back to the inn now. Talk to the innkeeper. Yes, let's stay. Okay. I was worried because I had like severe hiccups for a couple of days, and I ended up going to see a doctor about it this morning. Just being like, what's going on? What is happening? Mr. Morrison! Yeah, it's his descendant. That is so cool. I love Morrison. Dude, like, what a cool character. By throwing us in the slammer. Ymir Forest, the only name that didn't change in the 4,000 years. That's not true. There's like 2. Uh-huh. Yeah, the Morrison of this timeline's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. It's pretty cool. And Cress has to intervene. Because he is a good person, so... The journal. Trinicus. It's so weird. I always forget his first name. By time travel. He's got a point. What? Wow. We don't actually know what Arch looks like in the original timeline, which is kind of nuts, not gonna lie. And yeah, Chester's still waiting for us. So we kind of have to go back when we can. Uh-huh. Not really. I mean, theoretically. So, before going back to Albanista, I'm going to take a minute to restock some supplies, because I used a lot of, while you're out farming stuff, you might as well just, like, cook recipes every round. Because mastering them makes them better. None of these matter. Don't need any onions or anything. And now, I'm going to meet you guys back at Albanista. Okay, and we're back at Albanista. I would also like to take a minute and show you that they used all of those basilisk scales. So even if you get more than 5, he'll take every single one of them. There's nothing you can do about it. So if you get any extras, just accept a loss, and you'll have to get them. You have to get extras later on your own, which sucks, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go back to that basement area in the castle, which now that I remember where it is. Come on, let me go. And we're gonna talk to you again. Let's take it outside then. So we gotta go rest at the inn, and then come back in the morning, which is fine. I also would like to point out that while we were fighting, I finished Rising Phoenix and got Phoenix Sword Rain. More often than not, you're gonna want Lightning Tiger Thrust. It's a slightly more expensive move, but this does way more damage. But if they're weak to fire, Phoenix Sword Rain is way better, and it's consistent. So I like these two the most when it comes to handling elemental weaknesses in Phantasia specifically. I do want apples. I want strawberries. All of these are now important. Tuna, not so much. We'll get some seaweed. I believe that means we can start cooking the fruit juice. Yes, good. Okay, so I'm going to take it as my priority to master this as quickly as possible because it is the only TP thing that we have for a pretty sizable portion. Yeah, I don't think we get one for another, like, 3 areas. So, this is as good as it's going to get, really. Alright, so let's go back to the castle. We talk to Lugrum again. Which is second, well, technically 3rd floor. Right room. Which is down here. And here we go again. Pin it through your chest. So we got a royal quest. Crest. Blah, 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 blah. It was originally called the Emblem, which is kind of strange. So we still can't do the Edward's Mansion thing. I was gonna show you something cool. Oh, also, I guess I can bring this up too. So before, I didn't know how to get into your key items. You just move the cruiser over to it, and there you go. We can see Chester's Broken Bow, all the stuff that we have currently. It's funny, the Royal Crest is just considered an emblem in the original game. So I like this translation much better. So before going to the... Oh, more cutscene. I don't want to, though. It's so shitty. Yes. It's so dumb. We're actually gonna give her Princess Cape. Nah, I like the extra luck for now. I guess that's fine. It's so stupid, though. It's so dumb. I hate it. Anyway, that's all for this edition of Let's Play Tales of Phantasia. Next time, we're gonna start heading over to the Elven Fortress, Ymir Fortress, or Ymir Forest. What is wrong with me? This has been a review. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.